What are we going to talk about today, Scott?
Well, Bill, I know you might have beat me to the punch on this about 2.5 weeks ago, but do you know what I just did?
Tell me, Scott, what did you just do?
Well, I just had myself a midnight check-in party for my upcoming Valor cruise.
Sweet. I still look forward to that. Every time before I can check in, I stay up to midnight, and as soon as it strikes midnight, I'm typing away. I'm in there.
Well, I had set an alarm, so I went to bed and then I woke up to check in for my Valor cruise for that 10 a.m. check-in spot.
Well, Scott, you know what? When you're diamond, you really don't have to worry about the check-in time because you have a priority line. Even though I still check in early.
I knew you were gonna say that, Bill. I knew you were gonna throw the diamond in there. I knew you were gonna throw the diamond in
Just a little bit.
there. Just well, it is true. It is true. No matter what time slot you pick, you can show up whenever you want on diamond. But you do choose early. But I mean, why do you choose the early slot, Bill? If diamond can basically come anytime.
I think it's just because of habit. I was always in the habit of doing that. And then I started doing like these journey cruises. And on journey cruises, they take that away from you where
Yeah.
uh, being diamond and platinum doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
So I just get in the habit of always just going there, picking the slot that I want. And for me, I got to fly into every port. So hotel checkout time is either like 10 or 11. I got to be out the hotel. I'm not roaming the streets till 1 or 2.
Right.
So I picked the earliest one, and guess what? It works.
Yeah. And I mean, there have been plenty of times. I mean, especially New Orleans for myself. I believe I might have done it in Miami once or twice, but I have chosen a later embarkation time due to bringing a first time cruiser with me or just wanting to explore the home port. New Orleans being definitely one of them. The first time that I went down there, I don't think I got on the boat till like 2:45, I believe. I mean, how I got on the boat, but we got on the boat at 2:45.
Right. And again, I mean, I like hanging out, and I don't. The boat's not leaving without us, so it's not that big a deal. When I was in Brisbane, Australia, they had a snafu, and the line was wrapped for miles. Well, I'm not saying people stood in line for 3 hours. I'm like, I'm sitting down here, get my little snack. I'll wait, and I didn't board till like 3 o'clock.
Wow.
And but I wasn't standing up for 3 hours, and they stood up. Carnival was kind enough to bring out some water for people, but I mean, my goodness. And for what reason? We all left at the same time.
Right.
And hold on, there was something I want. See me traveling? Yes, I will be there. I will be at the pre-cruise gathering. I am staying at the Holiday Inn West Bank, so I think a lot of us are staying there. And Major wants to know, can I be diamond with you? Anybody who travels with me get the diamond perks. So
They
anybody
do.
in my party, they do. I mean, and they don't know how to act. A lot of people go with me, and it's like never cruised before, and they think that's the way it's supposed to be, and they get so disappointed when they go by themselves.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Had to tell
Uh,
everybody.
Angel says, I choose early, and I know I will be late. Right? Well, but again, you choose early, you can be late. They've been having a couple of different lines. Like if you get there early, go wait in this line. And if we can, we'll squeeze you in. But if you're
Yes.
late, they kind of go ahead and let you come on up.
I believe I heard Mike Clock say on one of his lives that he was going to try to slide in early, so he might be in that. He might be in that. Wait, maybe you can get in line. So it came back
I'm
though.
sure.
For a while, it wasn't there. For a while, there was no maybe you can get in. They just sent you away. But
Well, they streamline the process so much now that I mean, it flows. It's usually not that long a line. At least for Carnival, I've seen some other cruise lines where it looks like they're not as organized as maybe Carnival is. Uncle Jay
very
says no one wants to be like Mike anymore. Everyone wants to be like Bill. See, you got it, Uncle Dave, the OG of cruising.
the OG of cruising. How many cruises now, Bill? I know you like saying that, but
Yeah, 43, 8 booked.
okay. And with $8.
There, Ocean. There, Bill is bragging again. I'm not bragging. It's no brag if it's fact. I don't. Where did I hear that at? It was one of those old westerns. No brag, just fact. It was old Western. Everybody saying hi. Going
Angels.
down, see me traveling. I check in early, but I don't trust CPU folk make mistakes, and I do avoid any problems. I do. I like to get there early just in case. You know, you never know what might go wrong.
Absolutely.
Terry Osby, welcome in, my friend. Appreciate you being here, buddy.
And
That's
for
my best friend.
oh, hey, Terrence. So, I mean, for the whole check-in, I mean, for new cruisers and season cruisers, it can be kind of confusing if you haven't done it before, or you don't do it on the regular.
And you know what? I never really thought about it because I've been doing it for so long. I really don't. I don't think about it. I know some of the cruises are a little bit different. I did Royal and I did Norwegian. They're a little bit different, but the process is the same. Different but the same. Different but the same. Um, but it can be overwhelming if you haven't done it before. The online check-in, and I matter of fact, I'm just checked in for MSC, and it was different. It was different. So I'm getting a little nervous. I get nervous at times, and that's why I love like a show like this to teach people, tell people what to expect, to take some of that anxiety away.
Yes.
Ocean, do they have to stay in your cabin, Bill, to get the diamond perk? Yeah, it's anybody on my confirmation.
Yeah.
So usually, I mean, that's people staying in my cabin, not a group cruise. So everybody in a group cruise can't say, "Hey, I'm with him." No, it doesn't work that way. Anybody who's in my cabin.
Yes.
Clock Family Ventures. I'm gonna hold Bill's hand. It probably would work, Clock. So let me know when we go on the cruise.
You just gotta wear the dress.
Hand,
just wear the
walking
dress.
down the street. Well, Bill, hope you like, or we'll try a little of my mountain water. I heard about that. Yeah,
Ooh.
I am going to try it. When it comes to mountain water, yeah, I will try it.
That's pretty cool.
OG. Anthony on the move. Welcome in.
Hey, Anthony on the move.
Angel, I posted my Valor Halloween cruise a week ago. Y'all will have so much. We're gonna have a ton of fun, Angel. And make sure everybody go check out Angel. Angel, type in #strong if you're in my chat, it'll drop your link so people can go check up on your channel.
That's where I'm going in a couple of weeks to Valor. Can't wait.
Will G always wants to outdo me. He has 12 cruises and 9 booked. Bill is GOAT of cruising.
The GOAT.
For people who don't know what that means, greatest of all time. I like it. Okay, I'm down at the bottom.
All right. So let's talk about the whole check-in process, and let's talk about taking some people through this check-in process, through this whole live, since that's exactly kind of what this live is. But let's start with the most obvious topic here that we kind of have been talking about. And Bill, let us know, there's a difference between diamond, platinum, and suites and everybody else in relation to check-in, correct? And that really means the time that you check in.
Well, they usually let those people on early. The diamonds, the platinums, the suites, and the faster to the fun for Carnival. You get the earlier time. A lot of times they'll board either the suites or diamonds first, and then they reverse it, and then platinum, and then faster to the fun. But yeah, they do get on early. But as I said, it's not that much earlier. You get there, you're bored, they start the next group right away. So it's really not that. To me, I wouldn't pay for it. I know a lot of people do, and a lot of people, especially like with kids, they pay for it. But I wouldn't pay to get on early. To get on a half an hour early, I wouldn't pay.
But even before that process, let's reverse that. We're talking about online check-in, the diamond.
Oh, online check-in.
Right. So let's talk about in relation to time there, right? How soon does Carnival let you check in as diamond member versus myself? Let's say I'm red. I'm not red, but let's just say I was red.
I'm diamond and platinum. They can go. They can check in for Carnival cruises 16 days ahead of time. Normally, it's 14 days for everybody. I'm not sure as far as suites, and I'm not sure as far as faster to the fun. I would assume it would be the same time, but I don't know for a fact about them.
Yes, it is. It is actually for them. So it is 16 days for everybody, the diamond, the suites, the platinum, and it it is really good. I don't think that it's something that you really need to rush to. I think I do the whole waiting till midnight, or Bill does the whole waiting till midnight to kind of get yourself excited. I also looked in the morning, and that 10 o'clock spot was still there. So even if I still wanted it, it was still there. I think I just do it to excite myself. And I've also said too, depending on what the port is, I take that into account. And I've also asked my roommate, do you want to get on the ship a little bit later and experience New Orleans, or do you want to get on the ship? He's a first time cruiser. He said, I want to get right on the ship. So, of course, we picked the 10
All
o'clock
right.
slot. So,
It is. Well, that way you get to walk around when there's not as many people on the ship. Looks like Orange Cone Vlog came in. Welcome in. I don't see his comment, but Bruce is speaking to him. So welcome in, Ross. Appreciate you being here. And Orange Cone, yep, there he is saying hi. Mike Clock being funny. Did you say Bill's the old goat of cruising? that's the old goat. That's funny. Let's see, everybody. Uncle Dave, Bill, the bragging, no bragging, just facts comes from the show. Guns of Will Sonnet. It was a long time ago. I remember hearing it from somewhere. Betty saying hello. Don't forget, everybody, whoever chat you're in, make sure you hit the like button. It's supposed to help with the algorithm to share us out a little bit more. If you can share us out, please do that. And if you haven't subscribed, as Betty says, why not? We're great channels. Come on over and subscribe. Listen to us for a little while and see if you like it, and please subscribe.
different topic each week.
Ocean to Ocean Suites can check in with diamonds and platinums, but not faster to the fun. So Bruce is not faster to the fun.
Correct.
Bruce is a travel agent, so if you need a travel agent, he's the guy.
The man.
All right, I caught up with everybody.
Caught up with everybody. So do you always check in 16 days before now that you're diamond? Or have you forgotten to check in for a cruise?
No.
No.
I did. I checked in late for MSC. I got a 1 o'clock check-in time in New York. Because all cruise lines aren't the same. I have no idea. I checked in for my MSC cruise today or yesterday for November 19th.
Okay.
So it's just, I mean, I'm thinking 2 weeks out, but of course, not reading the rules, I got the late check-in time. So it happens.
Yeah, it does happen. It does happen. And I mean, you're not diamond on MSC, so you can't.
No.
You can't show up.
I did get status match, but they didn't give me diamond status. They give me the one right below it.
Okay.
Terry wants to know what's Faster to the Fun. Faster to the Fun, Terry, is a program on Carnival where if you want to have some of the perks like boarding early, they allow a certain number of people to pay for that. And I heard it just went up. But let's say it's $99 a person, and you can board like at the same time when the diamonds and platinum board.
Yes.
And probably have priority boarding onto some water shuttles if you need it.
Yes. And it's a flat fee for the cruiser. Correct.
Yep. Fr Humphrey is in the house. Welcome in, Felicia.
Hey, Felicia.
Will G's RTL is 45 days out.
45 days.
All right. Terry. They stay in his suites. Okay, Terry. Hey, Muncie, welcome in.
Hey, Muncie channel. How are you?
So are we ready to go through the whole process, Scott?
Let's talk. Let's bring people through the process. So I've kind of broken it down here. There is 7 steps when we talk about online check-in, but we're not just going to go through the name and all that. I've called it and I've named it. And I believe Bill has the same beliefs here. It's the seven almighty check-in steps. So I'm going to kick it off here with the first one, and then we'll talk about it a little bit here. And again, we kind of have talked about that. Pick a time to arrive at the port that's best for you. Just because the first time slot is there doesn't mean you have to choose it. Of course, if you want to, you can. But again, take into consideration where you are flying into, the surroundings. If the port itself is an experience like New Orleans is, like Miami was the very first time I went. If I ever went out of Canada, I would definitely spend some time there in that home port. So it's not always beneficial to be the first one on the ship, as it sounds. Um, there's time and a place. So again, choose what is best for you, and not just because 10 o'clock is there. Take 10 o'clock. So that's what I would say. What do you think about that, Bill? I know you always take 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but again, see, 10 o'clock, because hotels are kicking you out,
Yeah.
everybody's there at 10 o'clock. And after the pandemic and they started opening back up, they allowed everybody to try to check in and go at one time. It was packed. People who had the 1 o'clock check-in, they just walked right through. So if I didn't have status, I wouldn't mind waiting a little bit longer. My only problem is every port I fly into, so I'm out the hotel by 11. So why am I going to wait around, for a couple hours and not try to board the ship?
Of course. And have to walk around with your suitcase. But I've also, I've actually used this in New Orleans. I've asked the hotel porter outside to hold my bag while I walk around on Bourbon Street for a couple hours and come back and get it. They only charge me like $5 or something like that. I don't think they charge me. I tipped them or something. So definitely something to think about there.
I'm kind of the same way. If I have time, if I get up early enough, hey, I don't mind checking out. Can you watch my bag? Oh, sure. And while I go someplace else and have breakfast, especially like Miami.
Oh, Miami's great.
Bruce says he's going to be at the port at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
What are you going to bring you going to bring the Carnival Glory in? Yikes. Nancy B, welcome in.
Hey, Nancy B.
Journey with June and Brady. I usually choose 11, so I missed the crowd in case the ship isn't ready for boarding yet. Yeah, and it happens. It happens sometimes. But again, it's just like everything else. Just, take it with a grain of salt, and just when you can board, you can board.
The mustard, so much. NCL's check-in was surprisingly easy, says Muncie, but the muster drill was not so much.
See, I haven't been on there. I haven't been on. I think I'll be highly disappointed if they go back to the old, or if they're doing the old muster drill when I do go on Norwegian.
Oof. The last old muster drill I had to do was Margaritaville at the Sea, so that's a spoiler. If anybody goes on that ship, you gotta get the life jacket out and all gather in the casino.
Now, number two, people. You know what slows down embarkation process? People not having their documents out and ready to go when they get in line. So here you are. You picked an early time to get on the ship. You want to get on bright and early. You walk up to the lady. Hey, I need to see your passport and boarding pass, or your boarding. Your boarding pass. And wait, hold on. I got to look for it. Oh, here's mine. Well, the other people in your party. Well, hold on. Do they have yours? Have all your paperwork together. It helps the process go a lot easier. And that, the OBs, OGs, as some people say, they kind of understand that, and they have everything out, the passport, and, take your picture and all. They have it all done and ready. But some of you new people, my goodness, you're slow. Slow, I say. It's like you've never been through an X-ray machine before. Anywho, I don't want to rant on here. But have your paperwork out, all your documents, anything that you might need, your passport, your boarding pass. Check ahead of time to make sure that you can bring canned water on now and things like that. Do that ahead of time. Let's not hold up everybody. Scott, what do you think about that? What do you think about people trying to go through the check-in process and not having their documents ready?
Well, I'm going to give you a super tip here. Here's a super tip, and I'm going to echo on Bill's number 2 here. I always, and here I go, I'm going to sound like an OB, but I always get my passport, my luggage tags, and everything that I need when I check in online, right? Because I'm putting all my information in. I have my passport in hand. I have my ID in hand. I'm already doing it on the computer. So why am I going to toss it somewhere where 14 days later I'm going to have to go dig it out and look for it, or I'm going to have to scramble and put it in a backpack? I'm going to have it in my passport holder. Everything's going to be in one spot. I used to be crazy and put it in a folder, but I've gotten up with the times and we stopped with the folder. But when I used to take first time cruisers on, I used to present them with a folder and everything was in there. Everything that you needed well before what Bill is talking about, showing up to board the ship. I have everything that I need all in a line when I check in when I check in online because you're already getting ready. That's what you're doing. You're mentally getting yourself ready when you're online checking in to get all of your ducks in line. Why are you going to wait 14 days later, like Bill said, when you're waiting in line to scramble and get your passport and the luggage tags and your ID and your Just do it early. Just do it early, people.
I mean, for me, that makes just so much sense. Nancy B. Scratcher is in the house. Welcome in. She's ready for vacation. Bruce, if he on deck with CB, Bruce, if we had to pay for early embarkation, we certainly wouldn't. I don't think I would either.
No way.
Same thing with yes, airport security. It's like you've never done it before, and hold on, I got to take my shoes off. Wait, my jacket. Oh, hold on. What water bottle can't go through? No, I paid for that water bottle. It's got to be able to. I mean, that's what takes forever.
Yep. My passport holder's already in the drawer. Right when I'm gonna go out the door, it's already there. It's already there, and I'm not gonna touch it again until I leave. So I know right where everything is. My license has to be on me. Obviously, I got to drive, but besides that, everything else is.
Cruise Nuts is in the house. Welcome in, Cruise Nuts.
Hey, Cruise Nuts.
Felicia says, "Go ahead and rant." Nope. That's for tomorrow. I'll rant tomorrow. we have limited time here today, so I won't rant today. I do. I keep a folder. I keep folder with my luggage tag and my boarding pass.
Yep.
And the night before, I attach my I think, matter of fact, it's I don't have it here. I probably put it up, but I attach my luggage tag the night before or the morning of to my luggage. So when I go to the port, here's my bag. Here's the tip for the porter. See you on board.
Yep.
Via speaks royally. Amen, Warmstrong. Mm-hmm. Passport and boarding pass. Everything else it's unnecessary.
100%. You're already checking in. You're already online checking in and gathering all the information with it in hand.
Look, I don't mean to change the subject real quick, but I boarded a cruise one time, and it wasn't Carnival. I can't think of what cruise line. Might have been NCL. Mm-hmm. Me and my son traveled together. My name's William. His name is William. Same last name, Armstrong. Anyway, they could not understand how we checked in twice, and it was like, well, it's two different people, and they're looking at it. It's like, well, you see, the two different dates of birth, right? And here's my rant. It's like you act like you've never had like a father and son travel together before, because they could not. We had to get a manager come over there. Look, that's William. He's not a junior, so different middle name. So the names are different. But here's William, date of birth is such and such, and here's William with date of birth such and such. Here are our IDs. It literally took us 45 minutes to straighten that out.
Wow.
Ran over.
That's never happened to me, but wow.
My goodness.
I know why you cruise on Carnival now and you don't cruise on NCL anymore.
No, I mean, again, it was just that was a one-time thing.
All right. Now I'm going to talk about a third one that may confuse some people, and this is one of those really good topics that is going to be one of my favorites to talk about, because I think some people use one way, some people use another, but this is going to be when Carnival asks you about a cash account or a charge account. And basically what that simply means is if you're going to put your debit card or your credit card on account as a form of payment for whatever you decide to do on ship, that comes right off your card. There is also a hold. I believe it depends on the duration of the cruise. There is a small hold on there for $100 or $200, and they give that back a couple days after. Otherwise, a cash account is you have to wait until embarkation day, or well, you can do it with a gift card if you wanted to, but wait until embarkation day, and you either go to guest services on your way getting on the ship, or you wait until you get on the ship and you go to one of those kiosks and you simply put in money, and your stateroom card key works basically with whatever cash that you put on. Now, Armstrong, I'm pretty sure I know the answer here, but which account do you use when you travel?
Well, I like using a debit
Mhm.
just because I can limit how much money is accessible to people. So even if I go to a port, I'd rather use a debit card, low limit, in case this it's stolen or the account is hacked.
True.
A lot of people they with debit accounts, they don't understand they're taking that money out your bank account. And it's like, well, wait, I didn't know you said I could do this. You could say I could don't have to pay the gratuities till the end. I get paid before then. Well, that money's gone. Or if you stay like in a hotel the night before and they take $100 deposit for the hotel, well, it may not be released in time. And a lot of people, I mean, they run into a lot of problems where an unsuspected charge came up. So I prefer here's a low limit debit card.
Mhm.
Take the deposit out for the hotel. Take the deposit out for the Carnival cruise. I don't have to worry about that. So that's what I do.
That's smart. Using a separate debit account. I never even thought about that. To tell you the truth, I've used both. To tell you the truth, I've done debit card. I've done credit card. Recently, here in my past couple of cruises, since I've wanted to really limit myself, and I've fallen, I guess, more on a budget cruising. I guess you could say. I've definitely done the cash account on my last two Carnival cruises, just so I knew exactly what I was spending. And I never got into anywhere one of those weird conversations with a bartender, or where you went to go use your card and unfortunately the carnival employee had to tell you that you had to go to guest services to reload the money and put more money on your card. So I was always aware of how much money that I had on my account, and I would always go back. And if you over put money in your account before you get off the ship, you get that back. It's not like Carnival says, well, you gave it to us, so it's ours. You get all of it back. So that's kind of why I've done cash account. I believe I'm going to do cash account this time. I've chosen with my roommate Keone to do cash account. I've explained all of this to him about cash account and a card account, and he has decided to do a credit card on his. So that's what he wanted to do. That's what fit into his budget.
I've never done a cash account. I maybe I might have to try that one time just to see the process. I would believe it'd be just like the like a debit card.
Yes.
So hey, you either have this much money or you don't.
We don't. Correct. There's no hold. There's no nothing. And I mean, that's the other reason too, because that hold, that I think it's $200 on a 4 day. That could be money that I could be spending on the ship. So instead,
Right.
I'm going to use cash this time. But I've used card and I've used debit multiple times. And again, like Bill said, you just have to know that whatever you're spending, and you have to be a little bit more mindful, because your room key is basically like your debit card. Everything that you're going to do, if you have your card on file, as long as the money's in your account, it's going to work. So whether you want to play bingo, or whether you want to get an extra drink, or whether you want to tip somebody $25 because you had a good conversation with them, whatever it is, it's going to come out of your account.
And they on your app you can keep track of what you're
Yeah.
spending. And I check that all the time because I've heard stories. It's never happened to me, but somebody said they had a charge that wasn't mine. And but I always I always check my account
Yes.
just to make sure that what I charge is on there and nothing else.
Yep. Uncle Brady was really good with that too. Every day I would see him on his phone. He would check. He would check and make sure his balance was, you know, zero every day. Oh yeah, it's true.
Scott Smith, welcome in. Welcome in, Scott. Appreciate you being here.
Hey Scott, how are you? And I'm curious for all you cruisers out there in the chat too. What do you guys choose? Do you guys choose to put your card on file, or you guys choose to put cash into the kiosk machine, or wait and do cash when you get to the terminal, or to the terminal?
Yeah, that I mean, and it's just a preference. It's just not that big a deal. But I mean, again, the problem with if you use like your bank debit card, and it's attached to your banking account, and all of a sudden all your money is gone, that could be an issue. So that's why I just like here's a simple debit card, the Cash App card. Here you go. If you take it, hey, no problem. Well, I
I
mean,
think you
there
were
is a problem.
referring to the same name thing though.
Yeah, there is a problem, but
The Mike Clock. I think his son is Mike too.
Crossover Paranormal Society, welcome in. Together we travel. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Appreciate you being here. And for those of you that have not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed to it, we're broadcasting out on, two different YouTube channels, Controversial Cruising and also Warmstrong. If you haven't subscribed to one of us, please think about subscribing. Help the channel grow.
Oh, I see a lot of answers in. Okay.
Let me go ahead and get down here. Travel Adventures with Eric B. Welcome in, Eric B. Hey, Eric B, aren't you on a cruise, Eric B? Aren't you on the celebration of one of the greatest cruise ships of all time?
He is. I saw him on Nautical Nurse Nancy last night take a shot, Jello shot.
Yeah, well, I didn't see him take a Jello shot. I saw him with Destination Fun.
Oh, and Destination Fun. Yeah, that's right. Earlier, yeah.
Travel Vibes with Angel. I use a debit card because I don't have time to keep checking. Right. And let me see. Keisha's in the house. Welcome in, Keisha.
Hey, Keisha.
Granny, when you say a low debit card, do you use a special account for just that? I try to, just put a low amount on there so that you can only lose so much money.
Smart. I never even thought about that. See, I'm learning too. Like a second bank account, right? Like a Chime or like an online.
Yeah, something like that. And they have access. They take it out, and you won't. I mean, you can only lose so much. Yeah. Scott, you can put cash on your card at the kiosk. Yep. Okay. See, I've never done that. I'm gonna have to do that one of these days just to see how it is. I use credit to take advantage of the perks. Yes, with the gorgeous, with the gorgeous with card miles and such, and that makes sense too.
My dad does that too.
Keisha saying hi. Warmstrong Adventures, do you find it weird that they always place the ATM machines in the casinos? I do not, because I'm in a casino. I need more money. I would hate it if they put it down there by the guest services. I have to run down there all the time.
Oh yeah,
that'd be a different chat. But I'll tell you how to avoid ATM fees at the casino. That'd be a chat. That'd be another topic. But again, those $6, $7 fees they have for the ATMs in the casino, get out of here. I haven't paid an ATM fee on a cruise ship since I don't know when. Credit card, get those. Okay, here's cruise nuts. Get those points.
Smart cruise nuts.
I have an alert. And SCB, I have an alert on my account. Credit card. Muncie, we use a debit card on our first cruise.
Okay.
Keisha said I use a credit card on my cruise, but most recent cruise, I use cash since I had quite a bit of onboard credit. Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
Eddie Lugo.
Sure.
Yeah. Eddie Lugo, I don't know if I spoke to you, but welcome in, Eddie.
Hey, what's up, Eddie? Eddie Lugo Studios.
And Mommy Millionaire, welcome in. Mommy Millionaire, which one do you use? Credit card or cash or debit card?
Got a lot of peeps in here today.
Shots. Wait, shots. Hold on. It's not Saturday night yet, Kurt.
I'll buy the first round. Let's go.
Let's go. Listen, I hope I have some money when I get on the cruise ship, because that 2 nights on Bourbon Street is going to be tough.
Oh, you're going 2 nights. That's right. Ooh,
I know. That's I don't know. This might not have been well thought out. Having dinner with Destination Fun, Darian, and Viso Travel. That's who they were with last night.
Oh yeah.
And somebody just subscribed to you.
Thank
Anthony on the Move just subscribed to you. Controversial. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Cruise Nut says, just bring a bundle of cash.
Do you always bring my ones, and I always bring my cash. I try to tip in ones too. I know this isn't about tipping, but I always try to have ones and try not to put it on my card. It adds up so quickly. You don't even realize it.
Clock is running around trying to get ready for tomorrow. I think he's leaving tomorrow.
Oh, he's living wow.
So I am down at the bottom finally.
About to have FOMO like a mofo while I watch all of you guys on this cruise. This booze cruise. I wish I was going on. And yeah, so actually this kind of is perfect now that you just said this. They Carnival, when you're checking in, I don't think a lot of people know this, but they actually ask about your travel plans. Not your hotel, let's just say, but we are going to talk about that. But they ask about your flights, correct? I mean, do they ask Diamond members about your flights?
Yes.
I want to ask.
Yes. But I can't tell them it's a secret.
Of course. No. So it is something that you're going to have to gather again. This information when you are checking in online, they're going to ask you your flight there and your flight back. But in relations to that traveling plans, do you always, Bill, choose to stay the night before when you're going on a cruise?
I try to, if I can. I try to, just because I don't like the stress of trying to get down there the day of. If anything goes wrong the day of, you're just messed up, to put it mildly. So I try to go down a day early because again, I'm on vacation. I want to be stress free. So always make my travel plans for at least one day ahead of time.
Even if it's a port that you drive to?
I'm in Detroit, Michigan. I don't have a port I drive to.
Okay.
I'm catching a flight everywhere. I'm not lucky like some people. East Coast, Florida, Texas. I know I don't really have options. Yeah, if I want to drive for 10 hours, yeah, I guess I could. That would be more stressful than going the day of.
Yeah, that would be a lot more stressful than hopping on the plane, that's for sure. I guess I can call my home port Los Angeles or San Francisco. That's only 4 hours away from me, 4.5 hours away.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not really a home port. I would still fly though. I wouldn't drive there. But I would still, I mean, again, I've always said this. Home ports are kind of like experiences. I mean, take a look at New Orleans, right? Take a look at Miami. Take a look at Galveston. Take a look at a lot of these home ports for Carnival, right? They're making them more and more like a separate experience for you to go down there and experience the home port and then take that cruise out of wherever it is. I mean, I know I'm sure you're probably ecstatic because you've never been out of New Orleans before to go down there and I mean not try the thing they're most famous for, their seafood.
Well, no, I don't like the seafood, but I do enjoy being down there. I've been down there twice, and I really enjoyed both times I was down there. But I never like really spent a night there. It was always just a real quick visit, a football game and visiting my niece. Real quick visits. This time I actually get to spend 2 days down there. So we'll see. I'm trying to see some of the museums down there and just walk around and take in some of the sights and not be rushed. Destination Fun is in the house. Welcome in, Sherry. I heard you had dinner plans for tonight.
Watching all of your lives and watching all of your videos, it's definitely you guys are having a bunch of fun. I wish I was on that cruise with you.
Eddie says I can always move. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. No problems, Keisha. Always drive to New Orleans. And down to the end. Thank you. Now, where do you stay when you fly in? Do you stay around the port area, or like I'm assuming you get a hotel like the night before, or do you stay closer to like the airport?
Ooh, well, to tell you the truth, depending on what port it is, I mean, I kind of use Expedia. It's not really a hack, but I use Expedia. So basically, wherever I kind of get the best deal, and or I've stayed before, because I have stayed a bunch before in a lot of these ports, so I can look at my history, and I always, you know, either leave a review so I can tell how many stars or if I've liked it before. And I usually tend to stay at the same places. Usually they're closer to the port. If I can afford it and if it's more budget friendly, I will try to stay closer to the port because it's cheaper for me to get to the port from my hotel rather than having to, Uber from the airport, which could be sometimes 40 minutes away, 35 minutes away.
Yeah, I do. I try to stay as close to the port as possible, unless there's something. Well, that's what I love about Miami because I go down there, go to South Beach. I can have all the entertainment I want for the night, and easy drive to the easy Uber drive to the airport. And cruise nuts. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave the history making to Z and U. I'm gonna back out of that one.
Best cruise ever. December 23rd.
See, everybody knows that date. I came into the closest airport and tried to stay at a hotel within 10 minutes of the cruise, 10 miles of the cruise. Yes.
Mhm. Makes it so much easier. I mean, it's fun in a port like New Orleans because right where you're staying in Bourbon Street, Jackson Square, all that right there. I mean, it's very, very close to the port. So you're only talking about a 10-minute drive, max 15. That's maybe probably because of traffic.
Yeah, definitely. If you're going to New Orleans, I would definitely try to get close because the airport is maybe, I don't know, 20, 30-minute drive, maybe.
It is. It's about 25 minutes. And it's not in the best area, too. So
See, we're getting Sherry is a big fan of Royal. She actually went on a good Carnival ship. I'm telling you, my favorite ship is Mardi Gras and Celebration, soon to be the Jubilee. And I mean, there's a ton of things to do, tons of food options. I mean, a lot of times you may not eat at the same place twice on a 7-day cruise. So, they actually Carnival was catching up a little bit. Bone Tired Travelers, welcome in. Thanks for being here, Denise.
hey, Denise, how are you? And I think in my one of my last ones here, Bill, as far as my seven almighty check-in tips, we're going to talk about packages and we're going to talk about add-ons. We're going to talk about the drink package. We're going to talk about one of your favorite add-ons, my uncle's favorite add-on, the steakhouse and specialty dining, and entertainment add-ons, which I don't think there are too many on Carnival. I know there are some on Royal and things like that. But now, when you're checking in online, is the time to start thinking about those things, right? Because cruise lines, especially Carnival, will offer, I believe it's a 10% discount to book these things early. Of course, they want your money early and they want your commitment early. But I would rather save the 10% by booking it early if I know I'm going to do the drink package rather than give them an extra 50 or 60 bucks when I get on because I don't know, I decided not to.
Yeah, I normally don't book too many things early, but the steakhouse, especially if you want to do like the first night or it's a certain day, certain reason why you're booking a steakhouse, an anniversary, a birthday, or something like that. I may book early, but normally I don't. The only thing I buy early is like maybe like the internet because I know pretty much I'm going to get the internet, and if I don't get it, I buy it by the day. And then for 7 day, I might buy it 2, maybe 3 days to save a little bit of money.
Okay.
But definitely like the excursions, this booze cruise, I actually did something that I normally don't do, and I booked through Carnival to go on a trip on a excursion in Jamaica, and it looks like I'm gonna do the same thing for Cayman Islands. So normally I don't because usually you can get the same trip off the ship cheaper. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you get the guarantees with Carnival. So
Now, did you get a discount when you checked in, or when you booked this early? Did you get a discount?
yeah, as you said, I think it's about 10% maybe, but they're overpriced. I can get it a lot cheaper on the island myself.
Of course, but I mean, at least you know now you're doing it. So now you're committed.
Yep. trying to talk Felicia in here. FR Humphrey, she's here someplace. She's going on that cruise. So her and Sifting Some Soil, I know we're going to try to do the one of the tours of,
Yeah.
I believe, Jamaica.
Yep. I especially do the drink package and the Wi-Fi package. Well, the Wi-Fi package, I actually take your tip on the 7-day cruises. If I'm not going to buy Wi-Fi, just don't buy it. But if I'm going to do what Bill does, I will buy it 2 days to save the money, or I'll always pre-purchase it. And especially on the shorter cruises, I'll do every single day because it just doesn't make sense to do it 2 out of the 4 days. It just makes sense to pay for the whole package for the 4 days because it's a shorter cruise. But by booking that online early, when you're online checking in, because it's only 2 weeks away, 16 days away for us Platinum and Diamond members, it saves you that 10%. So I decided that I'm not going to do the Wi-Fi because I really want to just do my vlogs while I'm there and stay in that mind space. But I've already booked the drink package for Keone and myself. So that's already done. I used onboard credit towards that. So that was kind of nice. I had $200 on onboard credit. So that cut that down by 200, and it was only like $180 a piece for us for the drink package. So I know that's something that you do, but
I just can't drink that much. I mean, my goodness. I can do it, but my next day would be ruined. So no, I try not to drink like that. So I've never bought the drink package. I'm gonna try it one of these days when I take a 3 or 4 day cruise. I may try it just to see if I can do like a no pants profits videos and see if I can do the get the 15 drinks in one day.
Which is wild because after this cruise, that's the next cruise that I'm going on. I'm going on with No Pants Profits on the Carnival Jubilee. And I was let know that we will definitely be doing the 16 or 15 drink cheers challenge. So
yeah,
that comes in January, guys.
That's crazy.
So I'll get ready for that one on this cruise. And I don't even have my buddy here for this one, but I already have the drink package. I can't remember a time when I've actually gone on a cruise without a drink package. And I know you may think that I max out the drinks every single day. I don't. I may get close some days. I may not drink some days. On a 7-day cruise, I always make sure that I don't drink at least once. Mostly on a 5-day cruise, I won't drink at least once. But on a 4-day cruise, yeah, 4-day cruise, we're going to party a little bit.
So we're getting close to the end of this chat. I probably won't talk to you because when I get back, you're going down to New Orleans, right?
Yes, I think there'll be a few days. We'll have one show. I mean, we're going to continue to keep this show no matter where. I know next week, Bill, you will be on the cruise next Wednesday.
Right.
So we'll still have our live show then. The week after will be just like this. We'll both be home. And then the week after that, I'll be on the Valor. So,
okay.
Yes. Well, I'll be traveling down to New Orleans that day. So you'll probably get me in my New Orleans hotel, the Blake Hotel.
Sweet. And I have to make sure whatever it is, I got to make sure I'm back in time for this show. By it being so late, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. And if it is, I'll still be here with you guys. We're gonna do a half topic next week, and then we're gonna do a little Q&A. So,
Moonlight Adventures just made it in. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in.
Hey, Moonlight Adventures.
And what you got going on for tomorrow?
So tomorrow we have Thirsty Thursday travel and cruise trivia with Embarkation Nation. We are doing a little 90s sitcom trivia, and we are changing the platform too. So I know we've used Kahoot in the past. We're gonna try a new platform, try a new quiz platform for you guys, trivia platform. So I'm excited about that for tomorrow, and we have some prizes, and then I have some videos coming out this weekend.
And tomorrow I will be doing Banter with Bill, and I will be doing more booze cruise talk. It will be specifically about what I'm doing on the cruise and what I did to get ready for this cruise. So make sure tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, you stop back in here, say hi to warm, strong adventures.
Are you going to leak your Halloween costume for us tomorrow, Bill, on Banter with Bill?
No.
We want to know. The people want to know what Bill's
No,
going to be.
nobody wants to know because, well, I'll talk about it tomorrow.
I can't wait to meet him either, Josh.
Any shows coming up later on?
Oh yeah, right after us in just a few minutes, we have Across the Waves with Alice Lugo Studios and Cruising is Fun Anytime. So that is a new show that they are. Oh, and Mike and Rihanna. That is a new show that they are putting on. So you can go over and see them as well. Yep, right there. And Cruise Talk Raid. If you guys make it over there from this chat, and as always, we appreciate you. I'll probably go over there and hang out for a little bit. Cruise Talk Raid.
And Moonlight Adventures. Josh, can't wait to meet you guys. I'm a fan. I like a lot of the way that you do your videos and all that. I love the way that you do it and the different personas that they have. I really like it. Sifting Some Soil. Welcome in, Mona. This is Mona and Felicia. We're gonna be hanging on some of these cruises, on these excursions.
Have you met Mona and Felicia yet, or have you not?
Say it one more time.
Have you met Felicia and Mona yet, or no?
No, just online.
Nice. That'd be cool.
And I think it is 8 o'clock. So we are getting ready to get out of here, unless you have something else to talk about, Scott.
I do not.
Well, everybody, if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit it on the way out. We are going to get ready to get out of here. Thanks for coming in.
Yes, thanks, everyone.
And as I always say, make sure you stay strong and embrace the journey. And we will talk to you tomorrow.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Definitely.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.